This is Dimitri Lascaris for The Real News. As our audience will know, we've sent a team to Athens to explore the effect of the crisis on the people here and the aftermath of the July 13th bailout agreement that was struck with Alexis Tsipras, the Prime Minister, and Greece's creditors. We're here today at Alexander Park in the central of Athens, where there's an encampment of recently arrived Afghan refugees. About 12 days ago, the UN Human Rights Refugee Agency warned that there was an unprecedented refugee crisis in the Mediterranean and that 1,000 people a day were arriving in the islands of Greece, principally from Afghanistan and Syria, and that a total of 70,000 refugees had arrived since the beginning of the year. Today we've come to what is a predominantly Afghan camp. The people here have been here for only a few days, and we met in particular a little girl named Fatima who recently arrived from Afghanistan via Iran, where she had a very difficult time. We spoke to her and her family. Behind us you see several police officers who, while we were present in the encampment, arrested two young refugees for having tapped into an electricity outlet to charge their cell phones. They confiscated the cell phones, they've handcuffed the refugees, and as you can see, the situation is quite tense. We also witnessed the arrest of Greek journalist Afroditi Tsianzi, who works for Efemerida ton Syntakton, or the journalist newspaper, which is cooperatively owned. He alleges that they broke into that electrical unit there, and that the telephones were taken as a protective measure for the children because what they did was apparently dangerous and somebody could have been electrocuted. Whether that's their motivation or not is another question. We spoke to Mohammed Mirza, who is a member of the Afghan community in Greece and an advocate for refugees here.
In these parks, around 500 Afghan refugees only, not Syrian refugees, and they had a very huge problem. They don't have. They have a lot of children, women, and most of them they need to see a doctor, and they don't have a place to stay. They don't have, it's something familiar for every refugees when they leave their countries. They need first of all to stay somewhere.
Mirza introduced us to Mr. Mohammed Kazim Ruish, the president of the Afghan community in Greece.
They are newcomers. They have come just this week.
Yes.
They are here about 2-3 days here. Yes,
When you
they didn't find anywhere else to go to be settled. So they are waiting for their relatives to send money for them. And now, from one side, they don't have money. The banks are closed. They say, how can we get money? And from the other side, they don't have the papers that can help them to rent any house. The state that they have, they just have a police note for 1 month. With that, they cannot rent any house.
So you're obviously familiar with the plight of the refugees in the face of the neo-Nazi Golden Dawn Party.
Yeah.
What have you come to know in your position as president of the Afghan community here, of the interactions between that party and...
Actually, the attacks were taking place during the years of 2009, 10, 11. At that time, the attacks were very in a very high number. Every day we had 5, 10, 12 persons that had been attacked by fascists. Yes. But fortunately, nowadays, by the change of the government, by some other change in Greece, now the attacks are decreased. She can talk to us.
She speaks English?
No,
You're going to translate.
Okay.
کلاً اگه از مسافرت شروع
نه از
کنیم
روزی که در یونان آمدی.
2 هفته 3 هفته میشه.
About 2-3 weeks we are in Greece.
And how did you get to Athens?
آتن چه رقمی آمدین شما؟
من به سختی مثلا پول نبود.
از جزیره آتن چه رقمی آمدی؟
از جزیره اونجا کشتی اون پاره شده بود. آره داخل کشتی اومدیم.
We came from island to Athens by ship.
here.
Which island did you come from?
در کدام جزیره آمدین؟ یاد هست؟
نمیدونم اسمش رو.
I don't know the name of the island.
What has your life been like since you arrived here in Athens?
زندگیتان چطوری بوده در جریان از این سفر از اونجا تا به آتن رسیدید؟
خیلی بد بودش تو راه‌ها.
It was very difficult. The life was very difficult. The way of this journey was very dangerous.
And here, have you received any help at all from the people of Athens, from the government?
کسی آمده با شما کمک کرده؟
هیچ کی کمک نکرده. الان پول نداریم اینجا موندیم.
Nobody helped us. We are waiting for money, and because of that, we are here.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your experience here?
میخوایی چیزی بگویی دیگه در مورد از این روزا چی میبینید اینجا چی وضعیت هست؟
آره میبینم داخل ایران بد بود مردماش. وقتی که کسی از پلیسا گیرش میکرد میگرفتن اونو با گله میزدن. دوست برادر یکی از قاچاقبرا رو 55 گله زده بودن. اون چشماش تا الانم خونیه. میگه اینو از پلیسا رو گیر بیارن بزنن بکشن.
I see difference between the situation here and Iran. In Iran, the police were beating us, and here no people beat us.
Does she have a message for the European Union, the UN, the Greek government? What does she want them to know?
کدام پیامی دارید برای سران دولت یونان، برای سران دولت‌های اروپایی؟ از اونها چی میخواهید شما؟
میخوام که مثلا به ما نگن کافر یا ازشون رد میشیم اینجوری کنن دماغ بگیرن و بگن اینا کافرن.
I want to tell them that they mustn't tell us that we are from a different religion, and they hold a news, they hold their face somehow to us that we are different, we are from another religion.
بعدش هم قطار رو واسه سعودیا میده، چرا واسه ما نمیده؟ ما هم بریم دیگه تا لب مرز بعد از اون بریم.
Now they help just the Syrian people and they don't help us. They don't give a way for us to pass from the Greece another way.
Is she doing her studies? Because she's been traveling, and if she's living here.
درس هم خوندی؟ درس میخوانی در جریان ازی؟
تو ایران فقط خوندم تا یه جایی رو، ولی به سختی. هر ماه ازمون مثلا 200 یورو میگرفتن هفته‌ای در ماه. به سختی درس خوندم.
In Iran I studied, but it was very difficult. We had to pay 200 euro per month to study.
And tell her, she seems like a very intelligent girl. What are her dreams? What are her goals when she gets older?
خیلی دختر زرنگی معلوم میشه، خیلی هوشیار معلوم میشه.
آره نفر اول بودم.
I was first in the class. چی آرزو داری؟
آرزوی اینه برسم سوئد. بعد چند به خاطر اگه شاگرد اول نبودن نمیذاشتن اونجا درس بخونم.
I dream to go to Sweden, and because I was the first student in the class, it was the reason that I could study.
برم اونجا؟
آره برو. Here the place is very dirty. We are sick, and my sister and his husband and her husband, they are in the hospital now. They went to the hospital. They were sick. I also was sick.
How old is her sister?
چند سال است خواهرتون؟ ازدواج کردن؟
11 سال.
خواهرم چیزه 26 27.
27 years old.
And is this gentleman her father?
این آقا پدر شما هستن؟
بله پدرم.
Yes, he is my father.
And the lady behind, is that her mother?
او خانم کجا شده مادر شما یا؟
بله.
به کجا خواب میشین شما؟ Here in this small tent. Here we sleep here.
And the whole family sleeps in the tent?
تمام خانواده همینجاستن.
آره نه مثلا خواهرم اینا یه جای جدا اما سه تا اینجا.
Just we three are here. My sister and her husband are another one. Because here is dirty and the foods, the water, they make us sick.
Where do they get their water from?
آب از کجا می نوشید؟
آب از همون می نوشیم دل درد و این چیزا میشه ولی عادی.
From here, from the park.
From a fountain?
From there, from there's.
You have an idea how long people might be stuck here?
Some of them they will stay 1 week. Some of them will stay 1 month or more.
And you don't know. There's no help.
It
for
depends.
them, so.
It depends.
When the
Yeah.
help comes, right? So
Yeah,
they're waiting. They're just
They're
waiting.
Yes.
This is Dimitri Lascaris at Alexander Park in Athens, Greece for The Real News.